Well, hello, my YouTube friends. I hope you're doing well. I got a road trip coming up, and I haven't shot this one in a while. And you can tell how ugly that ammo is. Look at that. When you see that, I mean, that's horrific. Okay. Okay, what's going on here? There it is. And you're told by the experts to feel around in there too, especially the barrel, make sure it's not still in the chamber, right? But I know it. I know that round came out already. Anyway, how's that one look? It's ugly. It's ugly. So I got to clean this up, oil it up real good, get rid of this corroded ammo. I got another one. Look at that. Now the bottom ones right here, they might look a little better because they're not always. So I'm gonna clean it up, oil it up, take it out to the range, put some ammo through it, make sure it's still working good. I dug this out of storage, and I'm like, why does it have this tape on it? Because a lot of times I'll save the box, and put reloads in it. And I used to get these all the time. This right here was like my favorite round for this gun because it has the nice round nose. Because a lot of hollow points, don't feed through this weapon. So you have to check a lot of ammo. That's a 185 grain right there. It works. And then these have a nice roundish nose. And so I was glad that this was an unopened box of fresh factory ammo so that I can test it out, make sure it's still working. Right, maybe the springs, the firing pin spring or something, or maybe the ejector's getting loose. Various problems could crop up. Plus, you don't want your skills to degrade too much. But there's not a question. I guess sometimes it's a question. I'm like, well, okay, so the question is, why own a gun? There's a lot of good reasons. They can be some gun, they can be investments. Some guns are investment quality. 1, 2, 3, so that's 7. That's 8. Does this hold 8? Ah, man, that spring's tight. And when that spring's tight, pushes up against the bottom of the slide with a lot of pressure. And then when you load it, it doesn't want to seat always. This little catch has to push up. See, what I'm doing is compressing that stack of rounds. And when you're using a compact 1911, you have to either use one of these short magazines. All right, see how they're even at the top, but then short at the bottom. Or one of these magazines from Wilson that have that aluminum base plate. All right. Now that's pushing hard. Yeah, the recoil spring pushed that forward, so that's good. And that little dot right there is empty. Let's see now. Try not to have an accident on camera. And I bought a good supply of these magazines recently and never really ran them through their paces. Okay, so they hold 8. In the old days, a full-size magazine used to hold 7. I think I got a full-size. Is this a Colt base plate? Yeah. And see, it's the correct, it's like the long length. But it would only hold 7 because of the follower. It's a USA mag. It's got some dummy rounds. So where was I? So like the question, why own a gun? Well, it could be an investment grade weapon. Very rare, factory custom, much desired, all that stuff, holds its value. You never shoot it. You just keep it in its presentation case for generations to come. Could be a workhorse. All right, you could carry it on your hip, out on the ranch, or out in the woods, put some snake shot in it to fend off critters. All right, it could be like a home defense to fend off the neighborhood burglar. It could be your everyday carry. I got my carry permit, and my carry permit is so stupid now. I'll show you. Let me cover it. I don't want to reveal the personal information, but it's so stupid now because it's like a hard plastic, like a credit card or a driver's license. And I liked the other one that was, thin paper, and I had it laminated, but the real point, for me, it's an enjoyable hobby. I got some primers on the way that I ordered from Midway. There was a court ruling, like in our favor, but unfortunately the court ruling did not include a stay. And so I had ordered some ammo from Brownells. And then I just got an email a little while ago stating that until the stay is issued, they're not going to ship anything to California, and they are refunding my money. So, bummer. So, what other reasons are there, like, to own a gun? Well, in its simplest terms, in my opinion, like the easiest way to explain it, to put it in its simplest terms, and it's not about freedom and God-given rights and all that stuff. But the best reason to own a gun is that if you have a gun, you can say no. So what do I mean? I can say no. Well, just simply that. I can say no. Right? No one can impose their will upon you, and you won't be subject to the whims of others without your permission. If you have and know how to use a gun. And that doesn't mean like go on the rampage, but anything, I mean, anything that someone may ask of you or instruct you, you can say no. That doesn't mean you have to like get violent and start threatening people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's up to the other person. Because most people, you know, and I'll speak for myself, right? I just want to be left alone, right? I just want to get from here to there without getting, you know, my teeth kicked in and my window smashed, you know, any stuff like that, any type, name your horrible outcome or your horrible thing that may occur. Yeah, I just want to get from here to there without that happening. You know, if that's not too much to ask. Okay. So, you know, if you have a gun, you can say no. And you can be polite about it, because you have something that makes you equal, like, to the biggest, brawniest badass out there. You have the great equalizer, or, you know, if you have one, then you can just politely decline. So that, in my opinion, is the simplest way to explain gun ownership, is that you can say no. All right, my friends, I'm going to head up to the Fresno Rifle and Pistol Club real quick. What are they up to now? They're like $25 or $30 a day. It's so expensive. And ammo ain't cheap. Ammo ain't cheap at all. But you know, what's your life worth, right? If I plan to rely on a device, then is it not incumbent upon me to ensure that device works properly, whether that be the car, the motorcycle, right, the air conditioner? So, and this device right here, you know, is designed, you know, in my opinion, I'm using it to prevent a worst case scenario. So if it costs me a little bit of money to ensure its proper functioning, then that would be money well spent. All right, my friends, you have a good day.